All right, it is December 10th, 2025. It is 6:08. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Any adjustments to the agenda?
So I'd like to propose an adjustment to the agenda just based on Robert's Rules of Orders.
Okay,
Because we are a governing body, covered by the state statutes, we haven't ever established chair, vice chair, and secretary for our committee. And
okay,
I think that it would be important before we carry on and to do any official business that we would have those three positions put in place. So
okay.
then we can meet state statutes, and then because I could be wrong, but I believe that anything that we vote on, if we haven't established those positions within the committee, then
Mm-hmm.
those then votes wouldn't count. Like the meeting would be considered null and void.
Okay.
Does that
All
sound
right.
about right, Michelle?
Yes.
Yeah. So essentially how we would do that is that um you are currently, by de facto we'll call you the chair.
Okay.
So what we could do is ask for nominations for chair. So is there anybody that would like to be nominated for chair?
Uh, I'll stick with it since that's kind of what my expectations were for right now.
So
So,
somebody's gonna nominate you.
oh, I'm sorry. I'll stay
You can
quiet.
nominate
I,
yourself. You
I
can nominate
nominate
yourself.
Josh.
Okay. Okay.
I can,
So
I can
Josh has been
second that.
nominated. Are there any other nominations for chair? Okay. Hearing and seeing no other nominations, I'm going to close nominations. So right now, the only person on the election at this point for chair is Josh. So all those in favor of appointing Josh as chair, and if you're a member of the committee, you can vote. So that'll be Bernadette. So all those in favor, say aye or raise your hand.
Aye.
I.
Okay. And any opposed? All right. So at this point, Josh, I'm going to turn the meeting over to you, as you're going to be the chair. And what we'd like to do next is open nominations for vice chair. And then when we close that, we'll nominate for secretary. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Because you're
Yeah.
the chair now. So you're going to take control over the meeting at this point, and then we'll open nominations for a vice chair, and you'll do that technically. But you're muted, Josh. Sorry.
That's okay. We're all three of us are on our computers right now, so we're trying to figure out the reverb thing. Any nominations for vice chair? Can I nominate someone?
Certainly.
May I nominate Rodaline as vice chair?
Would you accept that nomination?
Yes, I do.
Is there, and then is there anyone else that would like to nominate for vice chair? I'll leave you, Bernadette, if you wanted to.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bernadette, I
So
apologize. I didn't even ask you if you'd like to be nominated.
it's okay. You don't even need to ask. We're just asking for nominations in general.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll close nominations now?
Closing nominations. All in favor?
Mhm. Aye.
Aye.
Committee members can only vote. You can vote for yourself as well. You have that power to vote for yourself.
Rodaline, would you
Would
like to vote for yourself?
I.
I'll vote for.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay. Voting closed. Rodaline Fremont is now our vice chair.
Congratulations.
And now we got to vote for secretary.
And that can also be the vice chair. I don't believe it can be the chair. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it can also be the vice chair. But it might even be the treasurer and the so many different committees and rules. I apologize. Bernadette,
Well, I guess there's three members, three positions. Um, Bernadette, would you accept the nomination for secretary?
For secretary and that means taking the minutes for the meetings.
If that would be okay with you.
Uh, I know, I'd have to think about that. I'm so terrible. Um, does anybody else want to do that?
Rodaline, you want to be
Secretary.
secretary?
I can take minutes.
I'll
As you,
nominate Rodaline Prima as secretary. I'll take minutes with you too.
that would be, yeah.
And I
All
did
right,
send out.
nomination
I'm sorry. I'll let you finish, Josh.
nominations closed for Rodaline Fremont for secretary. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Rodaline, you are also the secretary. Congratulations. Would you like to be the chair too? No, that got closed.
Nice try.
So something I
Okay.
did send along earlier, and I tried to send that much earlier today, but things got really crazy at work, and I just forgot to hit the send button.
Not
But
a
there were
problem. Yeah,
on
I
the city
actually saw
resources
that.
page. Okay,
I saw it and I figured I didn't know we had to do it before anything, and I was going to put it into the open brainstorming and discussion part of it. So we were going to tackle it today, and we just tackled it. So, Michael, is there anything else we need to do other than nominations? And we have our roles now. Is there anything else we have to do for Robert's rules?
no, I think that's great. I did include also from the city's website on the resources an easy thing for minutes,
Okay.
because they don't have to be really fancy. Really, just kind of some short notes. Really, who made the motion, who seconded the motion, what the votes were. Um, just a basic recap of the conversation at best. It's really can be as detail oriented as you'd like, or lacking. I've seen a lot of minutes have been lacking detail in some instances as well. So it's really the secretary's prerogative as long as you're really making sure that you're getting who voted and who made the first and seconds and that kind of thing. Does
Another
that
cool
make
thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt,
it's
Michael.
okay?
You can actually drop this video from YouTube into ChatGPT and type, please put minutes in as part of Robert's rules, and I'll actually give you one in 5 minutes, and it's actually to the
Wow.
T what we need. So it
Actually
actually
takes
takes way less time. All right. Anything else we need to discuss for that section, Michael? Anything else you can think of?
No, I just wanted to set the table and make sure
Yeah,
that we're
perfect.
doing the best we can to legally follow state statute.
It's kind of important. I'd rather not get arrested because of that.
You won't get arrested. Open meeting law
Or fined
violations
or
are serious. But we cure the open meeting law violations if they happen. We learn from them and we go on and go forward, my friends. That's how it
absolutely.
works.
All right. The other adjustment I'd like to make is since we have Larry here, I'd like to talk about the sledding party in collaboration with Berrytown next. As most of us know, Berrytown and Berry City had a great collaboration, I think, with the Easter egg hunt last year, and looking forward to doing more collaborations. And Larry emailed us talking about putting on a sledding party at Elmwood Avenue. And I think it's a great idea. So I would love to talk more about that. Um, Larry, what were your ideas for getting this going?
So we had our town rec board meeting December 1st, and we talked about partnering with the city to do maybe a Saturday afternoon sledding, maybe some snowman building on the side. We could bring some hot chocolate, maybe some snacks, just a couple hours. I guess Stone's service station has sleds that they let people borrow, and as long as they bring them back.
Hmm.
Um, the thing, of course, is we tried a sledding party for the last two winters and we were unsuccessful because we
Okay.
picked our date and it just, you never have snow on that day. So we were thinking maybe if we were flexible on the dates and we said maybe 2 weeks ahead of time as we look at the forecast, we can start advertising. And then, it's pretty laid back, but I think it'd be a nice, fun afternoon for people. And, the more, like, probably the more the merrier too, more fun. So,
The more the
um,
barrier.
the more the, yeah.
That could be our slogan, the more the barrier.
Oh my God. It's on video too. You can
It's been a
copyright
long day. Sorry.
No, that's good.
that.
School kicks my butt with all the kids.
Yeah, I
So,
don't envy you.
yeah, so I mean, it was just that's pretty much what we did, and we said that we would just let you guys, know that we're thinking about it and see if what your reaction was. I mean, we're still just kind of just mentioned it, and everybody was in favor. So,
I like it. I like the time frame too. It's such a simple activity that, we can at least get all the pieces in, snow on buildings easy enough. All we need is snow. Maybe some fun hats or something. Oh, we could do like maybe we can have some judges like best snowman or something. Um the hot cocoa, that's easy enough to, as soon as we're ready for it, we can actually just have somebody set up a little thing. Sleds, everybody can
exactly.
bring their own sleds. Sounds like we do have some extra ones at Stones. Um,
And I think if, this is successful with the partnership, I know that, we can't predict the forecast, but having it kind of a standing, every 2 weeks or, a certain time of the, um, certain time of the day, date, we can put it out as pending snow. So that, folks have it in their calendars that, hey, our family's gonna go sledding Saturday afternoon on this date. And we can advertise it as dependent on weather.
So, what is the school schedule? I mean, because it might be better to kind of coordinate it with schools. I guess it's a Saturday. Maybe it doesn't matter, but
right.
So winter break starts December 20th.
Uh,
Goes
20,
until
23rd is our last day of
23rd,
school at
23rd.
Barre BUSD. We have a half day for the whole district on the 23rd.
right for
January.
planning purposes. I only go by
Oh.
24th.
Oh, okay.
That's what's on the calendar, and that's how I program for the VOR and the odd and all. And then the other one is the last week of February, the whole last week of February, the last week.
Mhm.
And that'll be the last week that the VOR will be open for ice. So we're having a theme skate that Friday morning. So that would be the only those would be the two breaks during the winter season. Then you're going into March. March we're open, and then I can't remember where the March April break falls, but it's in between for us.
Do we have anything going on in January? Yeah. Because I was thinking we got Christmas, we're talking about a 2 week time. And you already have some stuff planned for the BOR for February. If there's nothing for January, it's kind of an easy event to like put together just to have. And if it's a Saturday, I like the idea of planning it around a school break. If we do it on a Saturday, kids can still participate. So maybe like you have a theme skate in January? The 10th. Okay.
Is that your Taylor Swift skate?
No, that already happened. I had 70 people there this weekend.
no.
Great job.
Yeah, no, that the 10th one is the totally tubular 80s, 90s, and 2000s throwback.
Sweet.
I'll be there.
Oh, good.
I
Is
know
that,
it's safe,
is
but
that an event in January?
Yes.
January 10th?
Yes.
Okay.
January 10th.
Yeah, January
Yeah.
10th.
Well, because I was talking to you, Josh, too, about having a sledding party, because I actually have acquired two big sleds. Big sleds. I know.
Yes.
So I can, but it'd be cool to do something like that in December. I feel like I have something going on the 27th though, that Saturday. I'm like, gosh,
27th.
but I'm on my phone, so I'm not going to switch. That'd be cool. And also February
No, you can
break
still
or
do it on the 10th, because the theme thing is 3 to 4:30. So if you want to do like a morning sledding, if that weekend happens to be the best snow that's coming and it's great,
yep.
you can't have two events on the same. It's nice to spread it out, obviously, but
Sure.
if you really wanted to, that date just looks really good or something, I would just schedule it for earlier in the day versus 3 to 4:30. That time frame is.
Mhm.
That- That's a good idea. I think, I know next steps, let's look at see if we can maybe get a forecast for the weather. Looks like we're getting a ton of snow anyways, and I heard it's sticking for the rest of, well, probably the year. But
Do you want
um,
to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want
no,
to do
that's
one a month, Josh, like January and then February, and then we could even do a spring thing, like hey, welcome spring. You can be thinking about that ahead of time.
yeah.
You know.
Let's I like Larry's idea. Like if we can plan it, like we need 2 weeks. We just plan around the weather. Let's
Mm.
plan the
Yep.
January
Yep.
one, and if it's a hit, I don't see why we couldn't do February or even do two in Jan. Let's get the first one under our belt, and if the town really loves it, let's just make it a tradition.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do we need for supplies? I apologize for missing the last meeting. Uh, so we need to
Oh, you're
acquire
fine.
hot chocolate supplies. Is that correct, Michelle?
Hot
Something
cocoa.
hot cocoa, maybe an easy up, or probably not an easy up, maybe just a table
Yeah.
or
Table.
Cambros or um
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
thinking simple enough to have like just like some thermoses and some foam cups or
mhm.
some cups,
Yeah.
maybe some baked
Those
goods.
those little
I
tiny
would,
marshmallows people could put in,
Yep,
goofy things like that.
yep. Some
I would,
marshmallows shaped like Vermont or something.
I
Okay.
could
Now
probably
you're getting
borrow
detailed.
some
Yeah.
hot cocoa, kind of
Okay.
what keeps it nice and warm from the
Yeah,
cold.
Rodaline said she has some access to some of them big thermos, pump up ones,
Oh,
like coffee thermos style that we could put cocoa in.
You
And
don't want to do those big. You don't want to do those big things like Michael at the school, how they have those, and you fill up.
Like a
You don't think you're
Cambro.
gonna?
I mean, it
That's what
would
they're
pro
called.
if
I
we
don't.
could get. I mean, air pots are good too. They just don't hold
I
as
have one,
much.
but
right.
yeah,
But if
I
we could get, if maybe, do we know if the fire department or I mean, we might be able to reach with emergency services and see if they had something that we could share.
Hmm.
Because I think they're like, I don't even want to guess on a quantity of liquid that they're going to hold. But something like when we had down at the tree lighting this year for Christmas, something like really large and with a pour
right.
handle,
Was
kind of
that
pre.
Trixie's or was that somebody else's that they brought and catered?
I think it might have been Dougie Fresh Catering.
Well, the school has those. Wouldn't they let you? You don't think in the rec department, Stephanie? It's like I used to work with her, and it's like I thought she had those. Thought the rec department had them. That's
Had
surprising.
thermoses?
Yeah.
Like Cambros.
Well, I
You
have
know,
some
and
I
I
have some hot
actually,
pumps, the heat pumps. I have a couple of those that I use that I bought. But other than that, I've only got 2 thermoses that I use for water for pool.
Michelle, I think I even have a big thing I bought. I don't remember where I got it, but it's in my live. I think I have a big, huge thing that's like you can put hot water in.
Mhm.
I almost, yeah, I know I do. That would probably take at least 50. I think I don't know how many gallon. I'd have to find out. 5 gallon.
Ones- Yeah, from the ones from the Unitarian Church that I've borrowed before for events,
Mm.
they're really big ones. I mean, it
Mm.
does require for you to plug it in so that, you know, I do have a portable kind of propane generator that I can bring and we, you know, can plug in.
You know, I was also thinking this kind of fits into the micro grant proposal. So if we actually just want to get somebody to cater it so they can actually bring the table and the heated coffee, I don't see why this wouldn't fit under that, which we're going to talk about in the the next section. But, that's exactly what that micro grant proposal was made for.
You
And
bet.
if there's somebody else that we can, Michael, you just mentioned Dougie Fresh Catering. I don't know how much it would cost, but if we could just have somebody take care of the hot cocoa so we can worry about the kids, that would take a lot off our plate.
Hmm.
We just got to figure out how much something like that would be. But yeah.
I think yeah, I think if it's a grant though, that would be a great thing. But I think if it's
Mhm.
going to cost the city money, I would go with, I mean, I've done programming a lot and I don't think it's keeping it simple. I'd keep it
Mhm.
very simple and just, you know,
Yeah.
I did
Yeah, absolutely.
in fact, I did a snow carnival for Montpelier once. But yeah, just that's the key or something. That's my thoughts. But
Hmm.
anyway,
So
yeah, I think that would be fun.
would you
Go ahead.
guys,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Would you just put hot water in this thing and can we just get powdered cocoa and just have people mix it
Exactly.
up?
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And in places like Hannaford's, I could even ask them. It's like they might even donate.
Hannaford's a great partner in our community.
They're excellent. It's like, hey, we want to have a community event, and a lot of the high schoolers, a lot of the kids work there. So if you want, I can ask them that.
Yeah, they donated to our fall festival. They gave us 50 or 100 pumpkins for kids to paint faces
Yeah,
and stuff.
we'd have hot cocoa. Whoops, my pen doesn't write. What else is new?
I did just text
Yeah.
Tracy Lewis to ask her about Dougie Fresh and what they had charged.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. It's simple, right? And it just because you don't know how many people are going to show up or,
Right.
you know,
You need a
Yeah, and hot
barrel,
cocoa is easy to make. We just need the equipment to keep it hot. That's it.
Yep.
exactly.
right?
If you don't, if you
Well, if
don't,
you get the
like,
right
we
thing,
have
it
them
would
on
stay
ice,
hot
so we
too.
just have hot
I mean,
water
how
and then
long
the
are you
powder.
gonna? Oops, she's talking. I'm talking.
Oh, that's okay, Bernadette.
How long are we planning the event? I'd say like 2 hour event.
Yeah.
Kids get
Yeah.
cold after a while.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys did?
10 to 12 or 11 to 1, something like that.
Okay.
I think that's perfect.
10 to 12 sounds good because then lunchtime.
Yeah, I was gonna say try
That's
not
just
to go
my,
too much in the middle of lunches because then you get cranky kids
Yeah.
and people who aren't gonna show up.
Or cranky
yeah.
adult.
Or cranky adults, yeah.
And we don't want to do any earlier because then it's like, what?
Yeah.
Or it
Yeah.
could be too cold as
Exactly.
well.
Yeah,
It's
That's a
a
good
exactly.
We
point.
weekend.
want the sun to be out. We want it to be beautiful.
Exactly. Yeah. Nope,
So
that's
really the
good.
only thing that we need to plan is like hot cocoa, and everything else is pretty easy. We just gotta pick a day, um, make sure people know about it, and we show up with the hot cocoa, maybe some extra sleds just in case, and let the kids just have some fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can stop at Stone Service Station and just, touch base
Yeah.
with them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious if Nelson's wouldn't even donate a couple of sleds for the cause.
Sure.
Bob's good people.
They probably would.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there was a carnival on the 10th. And where was that at? Should we do it that day or do we want to do it the vacation day? I mean, it sounds like a good idea to do it during the 10th, but then I've thought, wow, the vacation is also January 3rd. Or
I
is
think that
everybody going to be kind of tired? I'm almost thinking, you know what? I think we should do it either the 27th of December and maybe the 10th. That's my thoughts.
I kind of like the 10th only because, we got Christmas. There's
And the
going to be a ton of people
27th,
traveling.
and it's too quick, maybe the 27th, right?
Yeah.
Right, especially
Christmas
if we're
break.
sticking with that 2 week just for
Exactly. Yeah.
let's let's plan for the 10th.
Okay.
We'll check the forecast.
Can I put down as a champion for this? As I'm filling this out, or as I'm listening, I'm filling out the spreadsheet that I forwarded to everybody as far as ideas on community functions. So
Mhm.
do we need Brenda? You want to be the champion for this, and then we'll have volunteers, or anyone else that I can list as a champion?
Were you saying Brenda, meaning me, Bernadette? I'm
Bernadette,
confused. Okay.
sorry.
That's why I was like, Brenda.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Brenda.
wait, Brenda the principal.
I
Okay, so can you repeat? I'm sorry, what was that again?
I just wanted to put down somebody who I can list as a champion for this function, just so we know who to go to.
Like okay, sure. Okay.
You can put me down as well. I'd like to help champion
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that we can get this through the many different channels we have between the city, and both Bernadette and I work at the city
The
school.
schools.
So to put that out there, we could probably even have the school put it in their newsletter that goes out once a week. Really like to promote this and pump it and make it a great community event and make it
Mhm.
Mary Berry, very, very Berry.
The more the
Exactly.
barrier.
The more the barrier.
I
Yep.
wrote that down.
We're gonna call this the more the barrier
Yeah.
event.
I guess it might still stick.
Lenny.
So January 10th, right?
So
Seems like
January 10th. Do we
Yep.
have another tentative time for February? Do we want to do February break?
Let's
Or
figure
just
out the January one first. Let's make
yeah,
sure it's a hit, and then let's see if February will.
we'll go from there. Yeah,
Yeah, and I'd
that
say if
sounds
the
good.
10th doesn't work, then let's look for the 17th. Again, forecasting weather and not having too many events. I don't want to take away from the BOR event.
And
But I
yeah,
also don't want to go too far out in January. You know what? Let's stick with the 10th right now. Let's plan on the
okay,
10th. Let's look at
yeah.
the forecast. Let's make sure that it's we're actually going to have snow.
Suggestions.
Yes.
I
How you
believe in
advertise and plan for the 10th with a snow date. You know how we have a rain date? Maybe you make a
It's a good
snow
idea.
date.
Yep.
There's hardly any snow and you can't slide, then you know it's gonna be the 17th, for example. Just sort of, because the more you hype it up and the more you get the advertisement, then it's gonna help your numbers.
Yeah.
Especially if we can put that out there at first, as opposed to have to kind of backtrack if we don't have snow.
Right.
All right. Snow day. So January 10th, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and a tentative snow date of January 17th if you can't make it happen.
Yep.
I also want
Okay.
to comment, so their town for the Easter egg hunt, they had given out some feedback forms as people were coming in for the Easter egg hunt. And I felt like a lot of people were filling that out because I was going around the room and making sure that everybody had one. And so did Larry's group too. So I think it would be good to, just have a 1 or 2 question feedback form for
Yeah.
folks. So that way it kind of gives us a look ahead of, how we should be doing this, or what could be improved, or what they'd like to see this be. What are everyone's thoughts on that?
Most people have cell phones.
Oh,
We could always come up with a poster and a QR
I
code.
can do a QR code, yeah.
And then they can do a simple survey that we have linked up to Wufu. That's what I do now for all the waivers over at the BOR. For the men's and women's league, they simply do the QR code, they get the form, they fill out the form, they submit it. I get notified that they filled out their waiver.
Love
And you
it.
get reports out of Wufu, so we could also do like a report of the summary of the items, depending on if they're, measurable.
Excellent. And then we don't have to print off a lot of paper. And
And
we just got to come up with the questions. We can also post that QR code on the Facebook website and the poster. Yep.
I was gonna suggest or offer to, because I'm a Power Automate kind of gal, to do an automation for that, but woohoo, sounds like you're able to pull all that information in.
Report out of it, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's, of course, measurable, like if you figure out how many ones, how many twos, or depending on what your questions are, for multi-choice, multi-purpose, or I think, but I'm not sure because I haven't had to run a report in it yet. You might be able to get a summary of whatever if you had an open text field as well.
Mhm.
Great. That's something we could just use for all our events. It sounds like you're already doing it for a lot of your stuff. So,
And
yeah.
do we need access to your account, or is this something that you would have to do
I have to
yourself?
do it, yeah, but that's the problem. If you guys come up with the questions, let me have them. I will create the form and give you the link, and then you can create the QR code and do the poster and all that stuff. I can create it for you. It's not a problem. It doesn't take long.
Larry, in the spirit of partnership, any thoughts with the Barry Town side of everything? Is there anything you guys want to add to it?
I think the QR code is great. I mean,
Okay.
because people could do it right there, with the thing at the odd was nice, but it was
Mhm.
paper, and they
Yeah.
had to go fill it out and we had to count them and stuff. I think if we can get the QR code, if it's something we can practice and get better at it, that's definitely the way to go.
Excellent.
And I think I have copies of what the questions we asked. I can send that off to you guys and, maybe that would help you come up with one or two questions.
Absolutely.
The other thing is if you come up with a general one, then perhaps you could use it for all your events, and that maybe they just fill in, like there might be a text box that says, what event did you attend? And then they would, or maybe we have it a drop, well, no, because then I have to go ahead and change it,
Yep.
depending on the event. Just trying to figure out if we just have to create one form, then that's perfect, and then, they could use it for every event, we could put it on all of our stuff, and then they'll just get used to it and they'll start filling them out. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always thought it would be nice to have something with like happy faces, and then the kids at the end of the day, are you happy, sad, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, kind of like at all the tire stores. How was your service today?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because the kids could then do it, and
Yeah,
that
exactly.
The
kinda
Wong
cool.
pain scale.
Yep.
Yeah.
We don't want to call it that.
So the question that I have is, how do you advertise? Because we have a Facebook page for Barry Town Rec, and normally I put stuff on Front Porch Forum, and that's kind of what we almost always do. Um, I don't know what you guys have found to be successful.
We have a messaging board that we have downtown.
Oh,
We
yeah.
use the city Facebook page. We can use the city website. We have Front Porch Forum as well. We have our city council that can promote things pretty often. We have a lot of our counselors are very active within the community, and we have ties to the school district. So I
Right.
think we cover every aspect that we possibly can, just based on how we all wear so many hats in the community.
Michael and Bernadette, you have access to, I know you work for the school district. You have access to get this out to Barrytown as well, Barrytown Elementary.
So I could get this over to either the superintendent or over to one of the principals of Barrytown.
Okay. Excellent. I just wanted to make sure that both communities definitely have access to this party.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'd ask them to put it in their newsletter because every week they send out a newsletter to parents on Mondays. So that way they would be able to get that information. Wouldn't ask them to do like a backpack stuff or anything. It's just a very expensive way. But to put a blurb into it.
Sure.
And then if we have a link or our QR code or whatever we're going to promote there, we could also have them plug that into the newsletter.
Perfect.
So
Daycare centers in the area, we can send them flyers. You've got those tots that get super excited about sledding. And I just, because they're not at Barry Town or Barry City School, I just don't want to miss them.
Sure.
So we could also reach out. There is a list of registered daycares. I have to remember where to find that. But I almost feel like it's on the DCF website that there's a list of registered daycares within the city and with contact information, I think emails and or phone numbers.
Perfect.
You know, we also advertise at the Aldrich Library. They're
Oh, perfect.
very
So
supportive.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Kristen
I can
Bauman's been
actually,
amazing.
oh, another thing is now that you brought that up, I'm thinking of the other schools, private schools. Oops, I don't know what happened.
Oh, yeah. St. Michael's. We got to make sure they know about it too.
And Webster.
In
Exactly.
Websterville.
Do we want to assign who's going to do what? I mean, because we're coming up with all these things, and I
Yeah, I
don't
was
mind.
trying to pare it down because I didn't want to we could have an open forum and come up with these amazing ideas for 2 hours. But I feel like we have a great semblance right now with what we've talked about, especially since we're keeping it simple. Hot cocoa, sledding, snowmen. We talked about the marketing, front page forum, Facebook for both municipalities, the school districts, daycare centers. We set a date, so we got January 10th, 10 to 12, with the
With
snow day the
with the
17th.
with the snow day.
Yeah, snow day for the snow day.
No snow day.
Yeah, no snow day. Yes, yeah.
The only reason we use it if there was no snow to go
What
over
was the
sledding.
date again? The no.
17th.
17th.
17, thank you.
And then let's see, so we came up with the marketing, we got the QR code part.
So the next step would be to get a poster, right? So and
Correct,
then we
yes.
could use that poster for the advertising.
So flyer and poster. Um yeah, and I don't want to
Can
put
we? Oh, can I suggest something? Can you do the who, what, when, all that little thing stuff, Joshua, and then maybe I can ask some of the schools or kids at the school, and Michael, you might want to. It's the same thing. It's like they might want to design something because there's some talent there. I'll go to the
yeah.
art teacher and talk to them, and as long as we have that, we got to do it quick because obviously
Yeah, that's
next
what I
week
was
is
thinking. I love the
October.
idea, Bernadette, because anytime we can use our kids' creativity, I want to foster that. But I was thinking about just putting something in Chat GPT and having something pop up that we can use
Okay,
quick.
perfect. Yeah, if that's perfect. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, myself, I'm just time wise, but that's a
Yeah.
great idea. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't want to get too, I don't want to get, again, I don't want to get too complicated. As great
Outsource
of an
and
idea as it is. No, 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 no. And I definitely want us to be thinking about however we can use our kids for this stuff because that's really what we're here for. But
maybe
um,
yeah, in
I
the future,
really
but
want to
that'll be quick. But
I just want to make sure Berry City and Berry Town can just worry about
right,
actually putting this together and let's put an event together and then let's build on
exactly.
it because it'll be kind of cool to have maybe a
Right.
poster contest later for actually a poster contest for any of our Parks and Rec
Yeah,
stuff would be cool.
exactly.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, so
So my only question, what do we decide on the hot chocolate situation? Are we going to try to figure out through the micro grant potentially to go and have a caterer like a Dougie Fresh, or are we trying to find Cambros and throw hot chocolate, hot water and mixed together to do it ourselves?
let's do it that way again in the spirit of just trying to make it quick and easy.
Sure.
Only because, and this is just my opinion, if anybody else thinks differently. Um,
The second, you said let's do it. Which one?
but
Like
sorry, I
the
kind of go all over the place, Bernadette. You'll have to,
it's okay.
my poor
Well,
wife
thank you
is
for. I appreciate your
always,
position.
no, let's make it quick and easy, just like we talked about with the flyers. Let's just have those big old thermoses with the little pump
Yep.
things. Let's
So
mix
I'll
our
check
own
with
hot cocoa.
Hannaford's. So want me to check with Hannaford's and I can check and say,
Sure.
hey, we need hot coke. Okay. I even have styrofoam cups. We need like a couple trash bags. I don't know if we need
Mhm.
yeah, we probably could use a barrel, but we need, a, you know,
Sure, there
where
are
are we going
things
to
we
put the
could use
trash at
from
the
like
end?
alumni hall and things like that.
Yeah.
Like if we need a trash can. Now, Michelle, do you know if the snack bar at the BOR has like any cameras like that?
He does, he has two, but you're talking the weekend, which is hockey
Yeah, I
time.
know.
on
I know how
Wednesday.
I'm the producer for
Okay.
Spalding Hockey. So our games don't start though until usually 3 o'clock in the
Black
afternoon.
Bears, Black Bears, my friend, Black
Oh
Bears, all
yeah.
day long, Saturday,
I
8
forgot
AM,
about
no,
them.
9, well, depends on what day, until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Black Bears,
Uh,
Black Bears.
Never mind. Yeah.
It's a great idea, but I think we can definitely find somebody that has them. Like Rolene said, maybe the church.
Yeah, we might have
Right.
some too.
I do
Exactly.
too. Yeah, exactly. Maybe even one of the exactly the schools or something.
Yeah.
Somebody want to be in charge of that? Any
Um,
volunteers? No.
Maybe we need to recruit volunteers.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'll find them. Let's just make it easy. I'll find the big old hot cocoa jugs.
Yeah, and again, I'll check with Guy, over tomorrow or so, because
Wouldn't surprise me if Guy had like 18 of them
yeah, because
hiding somewhere in that rec department.
we do the ice cream socials. We always have hot, cold water,
Yeah.
so
And
And I
you're
know
not gonna,
at Berry City we're doing a
yeah.
hot chocolate and a fire kind of thing next week. So we might even have some. I just don't know that because of the school and the city, if because of that separation with tax stuff, whether the school would allow the city to use their property, and it might be just easier to not involve the school district. Does that make sense to keep them
Yes.
separate?
Yeah, I think if we involve the school, it's going to be like
Mm,
maybe talk to like maybe the student senate at the high school, see if they want to volunteer or one of those groups, ROTC or something. Just see
that
if
would
they
be
want to.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a great idea too.
Yeah, I don't know. I know all of them need volunteer hours to graduate, so this is a
That's
perfect way to participate in the community and get some volunteer hours.
and honestly, well, this is a rabbit trail, but down in the future, I feel like we need to utilize the school stuff because aren't we paying
Mhm.
taxes on, I don't
Different
know,
taxes, two
different
Yeah.
separate
taxes?
pots of money.
Yeah, and I hate to
And you
put it
get
that way, and I know we
I
need to, but I just want to make it like a community thing, you know?
anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
so Josh,
Okay.
do you guys, does anybody have contacts at Spalding to find out about, high school
Yeah,
student volunteer?
Rodelene and I both have children in
Yeah.
Spalding.
And I know some of the admin folks and teachers there, so I can talk to them.
Okay,
And the guidance office also.
cool.
So, and Josh, you're creating the posters.
I will create the posters. My wife actually made one for the kids for the track and field the other day while she was at work on ChatGPT, and it was actually really cool. So that's why I came up with the idea. I was like, maybe I'll just have Alyssa do
Told you.
it.
8.
Yeah.
Are they,
So yeah, I'll come up with the flyer. I'll put snow dates in also since it's the 10th. If we can maybe put a QR code on it at some point. I know we got to create one, but let's just make it up so I can actually get it to you also, Larry, so
yeah,
Barrytown can approve
I
it.
can't create
yeah,
a QR code unless I have the actual form, because it's the actual address for the form, and then you hit the QR code and it brings you to the form. So I have to create the form before I give you a
Oh,
QR.
we'll wait for the QR
Number to
code.
the QR.
We'll wait for the QR code for the meeting then. Let's just make the poster so we can start marketing.
yeah.
Okay. I got the flyer. I'm gonna look for big cocoa jugs. I don't know what else they're
Mhm.
called, so I'm just gonna be very simple, call them big cocoa jugs. Um,
Ambrose.
Cambros.
Yeah, I was a restaurant manager for a while.
I kind of like big cocoa jugs though. Mike.
I like big cocoa jugs too.
Can't remember the Cambro thing. I know.
Just like the more the berrier.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
I know.
anyway.
Honorable.
How many do you think I'm looking for styrofoam cups or like the, Maybe not styrofoam, but the
Paper. Something.
paper cups.
I would say 3 to 5,000. I'm
Three to
kidding.
five. I
I'm
was like,
kidding.
holy jackrabbit.
It's gonna last us for
Yeah.
years.
We
No,
need a bigger
I
mountain.
know maybe you could get the paper cups that are like, you can get them like, I don't know, 60 in a bundle. It's maybe, and we can also get enough.
Couple hundred, 500. That's
Yeah.
overdoing it.
No,
It's better.
60, maybe 60 to 100. Because I'm thinking we're not going to use all those, but we can definitely use them for other events as well.
You think I'm going to say 100? I'll
That
just,
works.
okay. No,
Especially
for
because
100,
we're
just
planning
'cause-
on potentially doing this again.
Yeah,
If it
Right.
works out well,
Yep.
we could potentially be doing this every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
We get a good turnout the first time, and then, all right, hey, in 2 weeks, we're
Yeah.
going to come out and do this again.
Do you
And
realize,
then,
well, yeah, never mind. They had, well, no, they did have one year they had a trail it was in Barre Town going down some hill. Forgot where. They literally did that.
right into the quarry.
No.
I'm kidding.
Let's start the trail with
Okay,
with some sledding first.
anyway,
And then
okay,
maybe
we'll
we can just
stay on
move up with the
task.
sleds.
Yeah, we'll stay on task. But wait till you
Yeah.
see my sleds that I bring. They're the size of the hood of a car. That's how big they are. They're
Yes.
really nice
I love it.
sleds. So I will be supervising those so they won't get carried away.
We'll make sure we put your name on them before they get lent out.
We'll just, yeah, I'll make sure, like, because that you can put like a few kids at a time on. We'd have to be
yeah.
careful. Maybe I'll be on. We'll see.
Put them
I'll be in
all
charge of
on. Put them all on.
Canopies, I have a couple canopies that could be like a warming cave or something.
Put the hot cocoa under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. If you don't, if it's, well, it's up to you. If you have it,
Yeah.
it's winter.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it could be windy. It
Yeah.
could be a
I
windy
know,
day.
and it's
All right.
winter, and come on, we're Vermonters.
We'll table that then.
Well, the
Yeah.
other thing is, then it's like, do we have a campfire? We probably can't there.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Let's
Not
not do that.
So
Plus,
we're
it's
not gonna
2 hours.
exactly too much burning. No, we're not gonna
Yeah.
potential hazard. So
2 hours
forget
for fun.
it simple.
Middle of the day. And
that.
again,
Exactly.
if we look and it's supposed to be -20 on January 10th, it's going to be January 17th instead. Not only snow,
Exactly.
but if it's too cold, I don't want kids
Right.
out.
Right. Yeah.
All right, we don't want to make people get sick and
Maybe
hurt.
that's what we put on for the no snow day. If it's less than 5 inches and it's 20 below or 20 and 20 degrees or less, then it's postponed. That way, because to get that word out to everybody that you're not, and they show up thinking, oh, they didn't hear or didn't think it was that bad, or they get there and it's colder from wherever they're coming from or whatever.
And they're upset then because we bailed on them.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
those horrible Parks and Rec people.
It'll work. It'll go good. Are we all set with this? And now I feel like I'm running it.
No, that's
Thank you.
okay. I was
Are we all-
actually going to say, is there anything else? Because I think we got a great semblance
yeah.
of an event, and we got some homework, but we don't got a lot of homework, and I think we can make this happen.
Okay, I'll send you questions tomorrow if I can find them. The questions we had at the Eggman, just that. I'll stop in at Stones and I'll see what they have for sleds.
And I'll look for big cocoa jugs.
Yeah.
I refuse to call them campers. And and the poster.
Okay.
Okay. And
And
then
it-
I'll check with Hannaford's, and if I can get the donations right away, I can bring them to Michelle, the Rex at where? City Hall, the Rec.
Here if you want. I can store them here.
Where's here?
Alumni Hall.
Alumni Hall. Oh, are you over there by yourself?
No,
Not quite by herself.
no.
We
There's
put
a
some stuff over there with her.
there's facilities,
Okay.
a bunch of us.
She's not
Maybe a
all
couple
alone.
mice.
Okay.
A couple of mice, probably.
Yeah.
And we're touching base with Paul.
And we're touching base with Spall. As soon as I get
Yeah.
the flyer, Michael and Bernadette, I'll let you get on the advertising at the school.
Okay.
So the idea
And they'll
would be,
also talk about it at council on Tuesday,
Perfect.
the next Tuesday that we have.
Yeah.
Table? You want a table?
Yeah, we want a table. Somebody probably has one somewhere.
I have
Where
one.
do you want? Okay.
Maybe this one?
I also have one of those folding 6 foot.
Yeah.
Tables.
Larry, you were about to say something? Sorry.
so the objective is to advertise before the kids go on Christmas break, how,
Yep.
right? And then maybe, so they'll be back to school on the 5th. So like sometime 5th or 6th, we can look at the weather forecast and have a
Yeah,
pretty
that
good
works.
idea if we're going to do it or not.
That works.
Okay, perfect. Well, this will be great. It's just,
Yeah,
this is what we're after, doing things together. So this is a nice way to start.
this is exactly what we talked about last year. Yeah, I love it.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. Anything else for the sledding party?
No, and if it's okay with you, I think that I'll let you guys continue with your meeting without me.
Absolutely, Larry. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
Thank you
you're
for bringing
welcome.
the idea to us too. We'll love
Yeah.
it.
And then, we'll start working on the egg hunt and we send in a thing for the passport. So we'll see how that goes.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you
All
guys.
right. Have a good night,
Thank
Larry.
you.
Bye bye.
Okay. Next topic. We could talk about this a little bit. Micro grant proposal. A little bit of history. Um, this was brought to us. It's just basically, and Michael, you know a little bit more about this because you're in the town council. It's just basically a way to get some money to people so they can actually put an event together. Um, right now, I just want to talk about, and I did print off, Michael, I can send one to you real quick if you don't already have one, the application form.
I don't have one.
Let me get on my phone and send you one right now. So, from what I understand, we just have to come up with, we got the application. I would like to just put a little blurb, like a cover sheet, explaining what it is. I got to talk to Amanda about it really because it was her idea. But I know you guys have been talking about it in the council too.
Yep. So
Michael, go
in
ahead.
general, the micro grant proposal is part of the flood resiliency plan. What it is to get communities to get neighborhoods to get more involved with each other. So this is an opportunity. I think it's up to $5,000 in total. I think it's in $300 or $500, up to $300 or $500 chunks. For groups that want to put together community events. Because one of the things that we found during the flood situations, and don't mind Oliver in the background, both during the 23 and 24 floods, where that community relationships were most important. Those networks within the neighborhoods were able to get things done most rapidly. So this was a way to build those community relationships with those small neighborhood groups. This is a bit larger of an event, not quite, talking about the same thing, but it really is because, when you're bringing the entire
Yeah,
community together, you're doing so much more work than just bringing small little groups together.
right.
So they have different purposes, but regardless, they still serve a huge purpose for what we're looking for flood resiliency. Does that make
So,
sense?
absolutely. Yeah, and I
Any
think the
questions?
So you said
No, but I want to,
5,000
sorry.
total, but in $300 and $500 chunks.
Yeah, they're small micro grants. So that way they can be used for many different groups. Because there are so many different areas of the community, we didn't want all of the money to be spent on one particular group or faction or whatever. Um,
I think the one question we had talking about this previously, Michael, you may or may not know, we got 5,000. Is this something that is going to be refreshed if we, get that five, or is it after the 5,000 it's done?
So currently, as it stands, it's a one-time $5,000 initiative.
Okay.
But I would say that based on if it's successful, then I don't see why we couldn't lobby for another $5,000 allotment or, whatever the case. Because in
Okay.
general, if we're building community relations and doing the work of the community like that, and $5,000 in the grand scheme of things, um, isn't really that much. So for a committee like us, it is a lot, but for a municipality like Barry City, where we could potentially, put $5,000 towards a community investment like what we're doing, I think that's a huge difference. So there's definitely, if we can make it work and it goes well, then there's definitely a future for it. But if it's
Hmm.
one of those things, kind of like the revolving loan fund that we have that just sits there and nobody utilizes, then we're going to look at it and say, all right, why are we going to, put money into this allocation when we could be putting it towards, paving the streets?
Right.
Mhm.
Which I think most people would be like, I'd rather have that pothole filled.
Yeah, I mean, and I think when we're talking about $5,000 chunks, if we're
Hmm.
talking about doing great community events like sledding parties and different things, um, those are huge. And it pays dividends in the long run because we're seeing the investment both in the present and then in the future because we're building something that's greater than us.
Right.
Mhm. I don't think you have to have 5,000 for all that though. If depending, but that's
Well,
why
that'd be
like
great if we get
who
10
knows?
people
I
that we
mean,
give $500 to. Sorry, I
yeah,
didn't mean to cut you off, Bernadette.
that's no, that's
But
why
if we,
remember we talked in our meeting in the past about the pocket park because I literally can
yep,
see, you know, the way Michael, the way they have the recess bags for each grade, I can literally see them having bags of different like bats and balls and different things in going to each park, having ROTC, whatever, volunteers or whatever paid staff down the road.
yeah,
I,
I guess this is
I'd rather not have paid staff, but I don't know. I don't know where that would go, but to do little and keep kids, busy, occupied, doing stuff in their own neighborhood, because sometimes it's hard for the parents to drive to different places. So that's why, and why not utilize the parks that we have? So I'd like to propose that possibly.
well, actually, what you're talking about is actually the way I see this micro grant being used too.
That would be
Like, you have a great idea.
cool.
Why can't we give $500 to having just these little things and putting them? I
Right,
think
right.
that's actually why they brought it up was to actually get community involvement and having these fresh ideas and letting people know we're actually gonna help you with this so we can create community involvement.
Yeah. Is that something I could even put a
Yes.
proposal for? Okay, I would
Anybody?
definitely do that.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, I'd love to see like the pool. It's like I'm so sad the prices. Maybe they're not that expensive, but in a way they kind of are. It's like years back I went to St. Johnsbury pool and I'm like, wow, this is free. You're kidding. And it's like, okay, how do you do that? And they have the Elks or the Rotary and all that. And I know whatever, but if we can prove that people, I don't know, there's a lot to be had, like developing that bathhouse. But at the same time, I feel like it'd be nice to do something to get more people to want to come there if the price were lower.
I think
Um, so
conversations
I
I've
don't
had
know.
with
That's
Michelle over the last couple months, she's got some great ideas for the pool too. So I think,
yeah,
stay
cool.
tuned because
Okay,
I think
good.
she has some wonderful ideas for that whole place. And I see where you're going with that. Um, but those ideas that you have, I can see you or any community member actually putting in for the micro grant to just do some free stuff for the kids. Grab
Mhm.
bags, whatever. Um, so let's just so we can stay on topic a little bit with the micro grant proposal. Next steps, we got the application. I do want to use that 5K and let's see if we can make this happen. I want to put
Mhm.
together just a little cover sheet just explaining it. Maybe Michael, if you and I can, maybe if you can help me out, just like creating a document to post on that so we can put on the website and say, here it is. You guys can actually use $300 to $500. Then I believe we actually have to present it to the council and make sure that it gets approved. But the next two steps is I'd like to just create an outline and then work on a date to bring it to the council.
I think that looking through the application that's created here looks fine. And I think really that's just the task of the committee is to create this and send it off to council and say this is what we've come up with. And then they're the ones that are going to be the ones to promote this particular program. It's not just our committee that would be promoting this or using this, but really more of a council led or driven.
Okay, so it sounds to me like we did our part with it. We just got to
Yeah.
present it to council now. Awesome, you just made it easier.
Yeah, I think honestly at this point, it's we put it into the packet, we approve it. If council wants to make any changes, we'd have we'd have a comments section
Hmm.
for counselors to want to make changes. And then if there were no changes, we would probably approve it on that council meeting,
Okay,
and then work on accepting applications. And I think council would be the one probably to hear those applications out.
perfect. Okay. Yeah,
So
exactly.
unless there are any changes that you guys feel that need to be made um, to this application, I can send it over to Nicholas to get put in the packet for next week's meeting.
Excellent. So, yeah, next step is if you don't mind doing that, Michael, keep us updated. If we need to, well, actually, it would probably I'd have Amanda present it because it was her idea, but uh, keep us involved. Let us know what else we need to do. But I guess we can consider we did it. We accomplished one thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that this is a generally large task at first.
Yeah,
We're talking about an application for a micro grant that came on the whim, really good opportunity from a counselor's idea.
absolutely.
Um, so,
Cool. Okay. Yes. I don't know about you guys, but I feel super accomplished. Like as you
Well,
guys
thank
know, we had
you.
a hard time getting a lot of things done last year. So for Michael to actually, thank you. Thank you.
It's a win.
Yeah.
oh,
Awesome.
absolutely. This is a huge one, and we got to count our wins where they are.
Yeah.
Where we haven't had a quorum and we're just starting. Tonight we elected officers and, we're putting into this micro grant proposal. You have a council liaison, you have a staff member as well.
Yep.
I really feel good about our committee and where we're going. And it kind of leads us into our next agenda item of new member push.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. So we're gonna move on from the micro grant because we accomplished it. And if we need to make any changes, Michael, if the council says so, just let us know. New members push. Um, Michael, I heard you talking on the camera a bit ago. It sounds like you got some prospective members. Rotaline also has, so this is kind of a weird thing. It actually sounds like we got more prospective members than seats available now, and I'm super excited about
Yeah.
that.
That's good.
I had reached out to about 10 people. And so I have one yes, Chandra Pollard, but she wasn't able to come tonight. She had other,
I know Chandra.
yeah, she's great. Um,
Yeah.
and so she wants to come to the January one. I have 3 other folks who want to, or are kind of thinking about it. But they did say they want to be involved in the community. Um, and so I've encouraged Chandra to fill out one of those the volunteer forms,
Mhm.
because I did see on the Berry City webpage that the city council is doing a volunteer appointment on is it the 31st, I think, is what I saw. Maybe I have that date wrong, Michael.
Let
But
me check.
okay. But it sounds like, it's gonna be kind of a one sweep to do appointments for any.
They can do it each meeting, but that just has to be on.
Yeah, we can do appointments at any meeting. We just need to have the application submitted. Also, another note is that if we find that we have more committee members that want to participate, we could always ask council to increase the committee size to 7 from 5. So that way we could have more people involved. I think the number's been 5 because of the lack of quorum. So if we have, and I mean, we could even go up to, I think 15. Some committees have a decent amount of folk. And I mean, really, that's all kind of, I don't want to say our prerogative as a committee, but if we feel that we have members that could be productive, and we don't have seats, we could always increase the capacity for our committee.
Okay. I also know we have some other committees. The cemeteries committee, is that one full?
I think it is.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we
a lot of
have
the committees are pretty full right now. I think we've gone through
cow
and tried to
pasture is full
appoint.
too. Well, I guess what I'm getting at is if we have any empty seats, maybe we could be like, hey, would you like to volunteer for this as well?
Hmm.
Or I love the idea of having 7 because I'm noticing the more people, the more ideas, just more positivity.
Necessarily have to be appointed because these are public. Anybody can come to these meetings.
Right.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if they want an actual role and they have to attend and participate in all that, sure. But anybody can come to these meetings.
Yep.
Yep. These are very open meetings,
Yeah.
unless you're rude and obnoxious, and then we'll kick you out.
No, we had a lot of great community participation last year. Um, that I'd love to follow up again for this year because they had a lot of great ideas. Specifically, we talked about gardening and whatnot. But in the meantime, let's get those people. So we just need Chandra to fill out the application. Michael, sounds like you got a few people. Bernadette, do you know anybody that'd like to join the Parks and Rec committee?
I don't right now.
That's okay because it sounds like we got a ton of people anyways.
Right.
Yeah, so
Who knows?
let's let's just get those applications filled out and Michael, I guess I'll talk to you about it and see if we can get them like sworn in the council as soon as we get those apps in.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as soon as the apps are put in, Nicholas will put it on the agenda, um, and then we can get them put on.
Awesome. All right.
You know, because most of the interview process on council, as you've all been through, is really just have you attended a committee meeting? Do you understand the time commitments?
Mhm.
You know, this isn't really one of those controversial committees, so you won't have any controversial questions. So it's kind of straightforward.
Right. Cool. Um, I feel really good about that because we actually got some prospective members. So let's just go with that. And if everybody doesn't mind, let's move on to the next topic. Parks and Rec vision and mission statement.
Before we move on, Josh, can we
Yes.
go to item 3, the public comment and then approval minutes, or did I not hear that?
You're correct.
You did, okay,
We didn't.
okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, any public comments?
The second meeting of the day, so.
It's
And you're already doing your job as the vice chair of keeping me in check. Uh, public comments. No public comments. Approval of minutes from previous meeting.
Move to approve it.
Do I get a second? Bernadette, do I get a second?
That's fine. I don't even remember all the stuff. Yes.
Oh, that's okay. Just say yes.
Yes.
100%.
You're the only one that can, Bernadette.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because I remembered I talked about it, so that's true.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
perfect. Okay, minutes approved.
But you got to vote on it.
Can we vote on approving and you for I believe
yeah.
Rodaline first did.
You got to ask
And
for a vote.
can I have a vote, please?
Although you got to ask all those in favor.
All those in favor? We're
We're
really
gonna
gonna
do
do
it
it
just
just
like
like
that.
that?
Yeah.
All
I mean,
those.
technically, you're supposed to ask, is there any discussion after the motion has been seconded? And then you'll ask for a motion, and then, you'll ask for affirmative votes, and then you'll ask for any votes that are not in the affirmative.
So you're saying I got a lot of homework to do for next meeting.
Oh,
Not
you're
really
fine.
too much.
I think
You're
Michael
good.
actually sent me one too. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I sent you a lot of
Yeah, I
really good
got it.
information. I apologize I sent it too late, but I just wanted y'all to have that resource.
The fact that you actually sent it is huge, so thank you for that.
You bet.
Okay.
You're doing a great job, Josh.
Yeah, you are.
Stop.
Mr. Chair, keep working
Thanks,
hard.
comments, man. I love it.
Thank you. Just excited to work with everybody. So agenda. Can we move on to agenda now, Michael? I'm gonna ask you since you know more about this than I do. All that, all that
Yep.
got
So you've already moved through agenda item A
A,
and B.
B,
and C.
So now
C,
you're on C.
New members push.
D.
That
Uh,
one,
Oh,
and we just talked about that one.
I thought B was new member push. Do I have a different
Um,
agenda?
Yeah, it is.
I only have 4 items.
no. C is
oh, you
C is
got.
the number push.
I sent you the special meeting agenda one. I apologize, Michael.
D.
Uh-oh.
Am I gonna get fined again?
Get a jar.
I just,
So is there an adjustment to your agenda?
I you already adjusted the agenda.
I did.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Okay.
gonna move forward now.
We'll just keep
Okay.
going.
So we talked about new
Just wait.
members push. Next agenda is Parks and Rec vision and mission.
Yep.
This was brought up a few times because really we need just something in writing that we can always go to. That is why we're here and why we're doing all this. So we make sure that we stay on track and we don't veer from those. Rodaline actually, and I'll send this to you as well, Michael, because I got this in my email. I
I got it
apologize.
from her.
Yo, I sent it to everyone. I think
Yep.
everyone-
It looked beautiful. It really did.
Well, thank you.
And I even looked through a couple of other different communities and what they have for their stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Yeah, I did
And
too.
can you read that? Because I didn't.
Sure.
I'll actually send it to you right now, Bernadette.
You just want me to screen share that with you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Let me see if I can't do that.
I
Oh.
probably.
Michelle will have to add me to screen share, I think.
I can't because I'm just logged in as I don't have any controls. I can't even stop recording or anything. For some reason, when I dialed in, it's a special meeting. It's not the usual meeting.
Okay.
I don't I tried to stop the recording. I tried to do all kinds of things. I don't have the buttons to do a lot of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just send it over to Bernadette. And I
You
can
got it right
even
there?
read it
Okay.
if you want. Yep, I've got it all pulled up. So option 1 says mission to enrich the lives and empower Barre City residents by providing safe, welcoming parks, open spaces, and recreation program that support health, community connection, and lifelong enjoyment. The vision, a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable Barre where every individual, regardless of age, background, or ability, has access to quality spaces and opportunities to play, connect, relax, and grow together. And then the core
That's awesome.
values: community and inclusion, health and wellness, stewardship and sustainability, accessibility and equity, safety and quality, fun and lifelong learning. And the last one is community engagement and partnership. And then she provided an option two, which is similar but different. Option two mission says to strengthen Barre City by providing welcoming parks, vibrant recreation programs, and well care for nature, well cared for. When we say nature spaces that support connection, active listening, active living, and a healthy community for all residents. A thrive vision: thriving Barre City where people of every age and ability can explore nature, stay active, build relationships that reflect the heart, pride, and resilience of our city today and for generations to come. Core values: active living and play, stewardship and sustainability, accessibility and equity, safety and quality, growth and learning, partnership and local pride. And I can send those to you.
I actually just forwarded over to Bernadette.
Awesome.
That
Thank you.
sounds really good.
So just the two
Thank
points
you.
that I wanted to bring up for the mission. You know, Barry has we have a lot of parks, you know, open spaces. We've got the recreation facilities that Michelle has been really involved in keeping events going there.
And doing an amazing job
And
at it.
doing an amazing job. So I wanted to capture that in the mission statement just to kind of, you know, put it out there. This is what we have. But also, you know, adding the word empowering Barre City residents because I feel like as the Parks and Rec Committee, it could seem like it's up to us to do it all. And I want to empower involvement from the residents through volunteer engagement, you know, all of that. So, so that's why I thought putting that word in there would be great. But I also found that on the Barre Partnership website. It's a big banner right on their website, you know, empowering community. So, you know, kind of bringing all of this together, bridging it all, you know, which you talked to Larry about a lot and how we can bridge, you know, Barre Town and Barre City, Parks and Rec. So it's just, it starts out that this is Barre City's mission statement, but, you know, with collaboration of the other municipality, the town. So, and then the third thing that I wanted to put out there is that with community engagement, you know, basically that just what I have said, and the partnership is volunteers, bridging our communities, community committees, and Barre partnership. So maybe that's being a little too ambitious. But you know, I feel like, you know, Parks and Rec Committee, in how I envision this is we're the hub, and the other committees are spokes out of that. And maybe I could be wrong, and others, you know, if you disagree, I'm totally okay with that. But I feel like we're all trying to accomplish the same thing, which is community engagement, involvement, and we want to do a good job with the spaces that we have and how, you know, we can make sure that other generations are going to be using these programs, spaces in our town or in our city, I should say. And then lastly, so the second option has more of the recreation, like the youth, the Barre youth programs, BYSA, BASA. I'm not familiar with the hockey uh world or baseball, but we have these parks available and these programs available. So it kind of puts that into the mission statement that, we're not just the Parks and Rec. We also want other um community entities to be part of what we want to work on. So I don't know, that's a mouthful, sorry guys, but so just where my head was at was that. And so I'm open to suggestions, we can add, eliminate, we can, tweak it however folks want. And then I also want to say, I think it would be good to get some community feedback for this, because this is, this is for our city. This is for all of us, not just, one person or 5 people thinking about this. There was a lot there, I'm sorry.
No, no, honestly, I loved all of it because this is you just put it on paper what we've talked about a couple times. My opinion, I like the first one because I think it actually already involves what you talked about. We don't have to necessarily name BYSA and that those are that's the community. I think that involves them as well. Um, so I think we should stick with the first one. I love the word they use, empowerment, community involvement, all positive, and really what we're trying to do to make sure that people realize that Barry's actually a great place. So I think we're just fine with the first one. I think it was beautiful. It was eloquently written. It's everything we're trying to actually instill. Um, so I think we should stick with the first one.
The vision for the second one, I like how how it says build relationships that reflect the heart, pride, and resilience of our city. That to me sounds really personal. And I have been a Barre City resident for a long time, and I take pride in Barre City, regardless of what social media or folks have to say about our city. I'm very proud to live in our city.
Yeah.
And what it offers for my family, my children, and my friends. So I really, if people oppose, I'm okay with that. But I think that statement really does, it resonates with me a lot.
So are you making the suggestion that we keep the first one, but we swap out the vision?
I do.
I like that.
And I ask why. So I saw the vision on option one, and it reminded me of what Barry City's strategic plan vision is, more so with the end of opportunities to play, connect, relax, and grow together. One of the things that we had talked about in 22 when we had done the strategic plan was kind of that background of wanting to people to live, grow, and play in Barry City. I wish I had it pulled up for to kind of give you that verbatim. But you really captured the vision there in option one. I think a lot of what is in the strategic plan. I almost honestly thought you had taken some of the wording from it in a good way.
No,
I
I just copied other people's. Sorry, Michelle.
No, I was just gonna say, I would challenge that because this is the vision of this committee. This is what you want this committee to represent. And recreation is everything outside of work and school. That's weekends, that's nights, that's all ages, that's everything, that's spaces, that's parks, it's all of that. And a lot of times we tend to forget. Like even when I'm doing my programming, I try to do like family oriented stuff, like my paint and mocktails. It's not paint and sips. It's so that the little ones can participate 8 years and up. It's, our senior citizens, my whole fitness programming that I'm working on with Tai Chi and chair yoga and my goodness, I just forgot what the other one is. Oh, that's terrible. Anyways, those are all for all age groups. It's to be encompassing and
Right.
and so I feel like the vision on the back on 2, it talks about all of that, the ability, the age, but again, the resiliency. We talk about resiliency and Barry's resiliency, how we've come back. We need to foster that and continue, I think. It's the same with the mini grant. Like, I just feel like, I probably shouldn't be saying anything, but anyways, I just feel like I really like the vision on 2 because of that.
What if we keep one, so opportunities to play, connect, relax, grow together, and build relationships that reflect the heart, pride, and resilience of our city.
Combine it. And everybody gets
Sounds good.
words.
Yeah.
I like it.
Should we
Vote.
I don't know, should we vote now, or should we like have like a finalized copy for next meeting and then we vote on it?
Right, and it would be good to get some feedback from the community, how they feel about this. Or
I like it, and
QR code. You got what I was thinking, not necessarily for that, but as part of our evaluations, maybe our questions need to stem. Are we meeting the vision? Are we meeting the mission? Like, the questions are focused around what our mission is. Did we accomplish this? Was this, did we build community? Did we, like, simple yes and no, but because then we're constantly assessing our work that we're doing. Are we following what we say we're going to do? I don't know, just a thought, but yeah.
I like that, yeah, because we can definitely, and that's why we're trying to come up with a vision and mission too. Is like, just like any business, how are we doing? Now, as far as getting community feedback, I'm on the other side where I think we should just stick with this. And actually, here's what we're trying to do, because it could also kind of gum up the gears, and then it turns into a year-long thing where we're trying to like create the perfect thing. And vision and mission statements are left openly, like they're kind of, they get you in the right way, but they're also left like kind of open, so you can include everything in it. So I think we should just like say this is what we are going to stand for. And honestly, if people come up to it and say that's stupid, I think it should be this, we can always like change it in a year and be like, okay, let's change our vision and mission.
There's nothing in committee that says, this is what you're doing as a reflective piece for you guys to give you direction and guidance.
That's a good point. It's more for us than it is, and again, let the community actually give us opinions after.
And this could go on the recreation page for Parks and Rec, where your agenda is and all that, the committee.
Yes.
This should be advertised and put out there so they know that this is.
Agreed. Yeah, this is definitely going on the Parks and Rec committee page.
Every committee has that.
So this is also something we're going to want council to approve, because usually council is the one that gives the charges of the committee. And where council hasn't given the charge to this committee, there's something I was thinking about. And we've kind of created our charge, which is great. I think if we come up with what, where our finalized thing can be, then we present that to council. They could tweak kind of whatever they chose, but then it's also making sure that it's going through them, because they are the ones that have ultimate authority. Does that make sense?
So we will have to present this next week to the council, or
I would say that at some point that we would want to get it finalized and presented to council.
Gotcha.
Because if not, council, as it has happened in the past with other committees, they kind of are considered rogue, where the committees are at the will of the council. And if the committees are not doing the will of the council, then essentially council sees that they're not they're not useful. And it's not that that's not the case with this committee. It's just there's been from what I found, no charge yet.
Mhm.
So to have them approve it just is one less hurdle that we may have to jump through, down the road, because I hate to say it, but there are elections in May. And a changing council could change the way that people feel. And to make sure that we're doing things 100% by the book, like electing the officers this evening. So to make sure that the council is aware of the charge that we're doing, so that way the work of the council is through the committee. Does that make sense?
It does. So what I'm thinking is, I think we all had some great ideas to actually put it together. Let's actually have our final piece put together. We can decide if we all want to we can do a couple things. One, I can trust since you're putting it together anyways, and honestly, I like all your ideas. And Bernadette, please let me know if you think I'm on the right here. Put something together.
Mhm.
We can give it to Michael,
Uh,
and then we can see if we can get in front of the committee and actually get it finalized.
We just need to, by Friday.
That sounds good. I like option one too.
Yeah.
We don't want to put both of them before them.
Yeah, definitely not. We want to give them
No.
we just want a yes or no if we're on the right track. That's
Exactly.
yeah, we want a finalized thing for them to say, yes, we approve of this, or,
Right.
hey, we'd like to see a couple of these tweaks, because then we can just make the minor changes and then it's approved.
Mm-hmm. So do we want to vote tonight on option one I feel like we're all saying option one, honestly.
Yeah, and then we talked about some changes to it with the adding some things here and there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michael, he's gone. We can just, no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just holding my grandbaby, trying to put her to sleep. It's bedtime for her.
Yeah, we're almost done here too. So I say let's if you don't mind, Rodaline, just make one. And then we can get it to Michael. Do we need to vote on it? Okay.
I would recommend us voting on it as a committee, just so that way you have your votes, your committee supports what's going on, and then we post that to.
So should we have a finalized one and then vote on it?
That would probably be a great idea.
Okay, so let's put it on the agenda for the January meeting. We will vote on the finalize, and then we will get it on Nicholas's desk. We'll get it to you, Michael, and we'll get it on Nicholas's desk.
Sounds great.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So last one. Everybody good to move on that?
Mm-hmm.
I just put an open brainstorming and discussion. Bernadette, you were talking about some great ideas a minute ago. I just wanted to make the last thing an open forum. Yeah, and just make it we don't have to plan out anything right now. Basically,
Right.
just a bank of, and Rodaline also put together a nice Excel spreadsheet. Um, just any ideas that kind of pop into our heads. So then we can look at it and go, yeah, let's build on this or let's table that later. So I just want to leave this brainstorming session and discussion for anybody for ideas that you might have thought that would be a great idea to bring to Parks and Rec. Or any thoughts and opinions.
Other than the pocket parks, the pool stuff, even as Michelle and whoever has the programs going on, maybe having intro to whatever. I know Stephanie, I know the programs had to pay for themselves and the instructors and all that stuff, but we'll have some of that if I'm on a rabbit trail, let me know. but having some of that 350 or that grant stuff going towards, I don't know, stuff like that. I'll come up with stuff more than just tonight, but I feel,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
for
My,
something that was brought up is I don't know if anybody knows this, but I sell paint for a living.
huh?
Which means I have access to paint that I can donate, and I know a ton of people. I would love to have more murals around the city, including maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe on the pool building, something really nice to kind of clean it up. Have the kids
Mhm.
actually participate, actually paint it themselves. Um, because I want them to have a little bit of pride in the fact that they did it. And it's going to help us clean up a lot of things, graffiti, some of the old buildings, whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, and again, it's not something that we have to build on tonight, but I would love to see more art in our town.
Right.
I
Mhm.
did go to a music series in Montpelier this summer, and there was a local artist who did she did a really big mural,
Yeah,
and she had is it was basically paint by numbers. And so you go to the to her booth, you grab some paint and you just start painting. And it was very relaxing for me. And so I spent, a good amount of time in her booth. And so, it's something that could engage the community to be part of this mural, and an activity for, for kids. It could be an after school program, even, doing the paint by numbers, and, using Bernadette and Michael's connections with the city schools. It could be an after school program to get kids engaged and involved.
I love that you brought up that idea. And I was actually thinking, because he said concert, we got the concerts in the park series at Hubbard, and having there was
Courier,
that little
not
booth.
Hubbard.
Yeah. What's that?
Courier, not Hubbard. I got married in Hubbard Park. That's in Montpelier.
Wrong city.
Well,
Oh my God.
Tuesday.
Courier Park. Concerts in the series of Courier Park, and they have the little
So,
booths and stuff.
totally good.
Yeah. But same situation. And honestly, we could put like, a little booth there and do something like that. And that takes care of like the artistic part of it.
Find out if, we have some local artists, volunteers that might charge this and come up with something like that.
Yeah.
Or I can reach out to find out who that artist is.
I remember who it was, and I know they do a lot of community involvement in Montpelier. So yeah.
I'd be really curious to see if the middle school art teacher wouldn't want to take on a project like that with one of her specials classes.
Yes, you would. I've talked to her a few times. My
I,
all three of my kids were with her, and she
okay.
actually did of course, you work for the school. The blockades, she actually did that.
Mm, yep.
And yeah, so I could see her actually just taking over and being, making something super cool. I was actually thinking about using her for talking to her about doing the mural on the pool house. It's right there. I mean, it's
Hmm.
right at Barre City Elementary, so it'd be an awesome,
that'd be cool.
yeah, it would be a field trip for the kids too if we could
Yeah, because
actually
they
do
could
like,
literally walk down there and go and work, and it could be an outdoor classroom for them.
yeah.
Mhm.
Michelle, I see the wheels turning. You have any thoughts on that? We could do summer camp too. We don't want to. I don't want to yuck your yum.
That's my thought, because I just know that because they'll be there anyways, like
It's a good point.
we would be doing summer camps here, and then we usually take them over to the pool. But if they actually had their camp at the pool and then got to swim in the afternoon, but she'd have to have like a 5 day, figure out how she wants to do it.
Hey, that's all right. We got plenty of other buildings that need to be painted. So
Yes, we do.
And that stemmed from our conversation.
yeah,
That's what made me think about that. That's why I was thinking, oh, that would be perfect.
I like
Because it's a
that.
project It's self-contained, it's locked up at night, so people can't go and damage it as if they have to leave, things the way they have to leave them for a little bit or whatever, yeah. Just a thought.
I mean, I think making it a week-long camp, my daughter at her old preschool, they would do themed camps, so it would be, 5 weeks worth of camps in her old preschool. And they would do, they would do clown camp, they would do music camp, they would do, herbs and plants, so it was always like something each week.
Yeah.
So doing a paint one, I think would be amazing.
I think there'd be enough interest. But yeah, we'll see. I got 5 camps.
Oh, you don't want to work now?
I added this on the list because as we were talking about the sledding, and if it's successful, and I'm not sure if Barry has something like this already, but doing kind of a winter solstice celebration where we could have maybe a fire. I don't know. People are like, no fire. But
That's what we're doing at the school next week.
oh,
A winter solstice event
Oh.
where we're gonna have a fire and hot chocolate.
Okay, there.
And the kids will be outside not all day, but
So I did a winter solstice 2026 is what I titled it in the idea list. So, and maybe this is another opportunity for us to collaborate with Berrytown to make it what did you call it, Michael? A berry. I already forgot. Sorry.
More the berry.
But
More the barrier.
more the barrier. Yeah.
Because there is a winter solstice game that gets put on up here with
Yep,
various,
for basketball.
That's right.
Yeah, with the basketball. Let's hope that it happens. So it's already called winter solstice, so it's already been labeled as part of it, but it'd be cool to build around that and expand that would be one anchor already, and then doing more along those lines. If the school is doing something, maybe it's a week-long winter solstice.
That'd be kind of cool.
Just have a bunch of things going on. My ideal thing would be for the month of December, because after talking with Come Alive Live Outside, they don't do anything for December because their attendance is so little. So I thought it would be cool if we did not like a passport like them, but if we had a booklet or something of all the things, what's going on in the library, all the partnerships things that I have, like Mrs. Claus and Hot Cocoa Cookies over at the BOR, like all those things that are going around within our community, and we just had them listed for people and we handed them out, I don't know where, or sent them home or something. But I think there's so much happening that people don't realize there's a lot going on within the community, because there is a little bit this and that, and the craft fairs and everything. And wouldn't it be great if there was one place where you could look up all that, like Chamber of Commerce kind of a thing. Right. But we, have something for that for the month of December, so that people had some guidance and some options. It could be that multiple things are happening at the same time. But to me, part of recreation is also getting it out there and making people understand that there is a lot going on. It really is, and people just don't realize it.
I like how you have put as much as you can on the Barre Parks and Rec calendar. As you open the webpage, you have all, you just have the calendar out there.
Oh, yes.
And, as much as you can put on there. But to kind of dovetail with what you're thinking, the Washington or the world, they have a list of all these events. So it'd be cool to figure out how they're capturing all these things to put on their newsletter, so that we could do something like that for this, but also for the Parks and Rec website calendar.
So I was just my gears were turning when you were talking, and I was thinking about this as well because of the Breakfast with Santa. We were talking about it, and then all of a sudden on my Facebook feed, I noticed Barry Social Club actually has Santa coming to the Barry Social Club, and I was like, Well, I mean, people are already coming up with these ideas. Why are we trying to stress ourselves out? Instead, let's stress ourselves out with actually promoting this stuff. Um, and I actually just put on the because I we're at 7:53 and I don't want to go too much longer. I actually thought for our next meeting, maybe if you guys know any community members, like I'm gonna talk to Kat and Nick at Social Club and see if maybe they can come to our meeting next January. If there's any other community members you guys can think of that are super creative and have this stuff, then we can start maybe thinking about winter solstice.
Makes sense to bring partnership into one of your meetings.
We need berry partner. Yeah, that's what they do. We definitely need to be more involved with them. So
Don't want to take anything away. She's worked so hard and she's gotten all of her stuff and she's got tradition, she's got things built. But if we could compliment her in any way,
that's what I was
that'd
thinking,
be the best.
I don't want to take away. I want to actually help.
Yeah.
And that's part of the vision where it's community, it's involvement, collaboration.
Right. The partnership piece and the core values, that came from me, kind of not creeping. I was looking at the Berry partnership. That sounds terrible, but just looking at their whole webpage. I mean, it's very comprehensive to the point where they have an online booklet for new residents, for people moving into the city that, jots down every place that you can eat, resources, libraries, parks. It's amazing. So I would say you guys, take a look at that if you haven't already. But yeah, so adding that partnership piece and the core values, I did have in my notes, Berry partnership, because Tracy's done a great job, putting that together and putting everything on social media. But the difference for their mission statement and our mission statement is that they're more business, downtown Barrie, business
Yep.
focused. Whereas, this is for us, I feel like it's all of it.
Well, again,
And
the more the barrier. And that's perfect. They can take care of the businesses while we take care of the rec side of it. And then it's a partnership.
Well, and the partnership is also one of the downtown designated business organizations. So
Right.
their main focus is really business and entrepreneurship, trying to drive those up, similar to Barry Area Development Corporation.
Well, in a roundabout way, so are we.
Certainly,
Just more in the community side of it.
yeah, because we're definitely more on the people end. I think what are people doing other than shopping, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Or eating. What are you doing other than shopping and eating? And
Right.
this is kind of our forte.
Winter solstice is the 21st of December, correct?
Yep.
yes. And I should know when the basketball tournament is because I will be here probably that whole time.
Yeah.
Me too, producing basketball.
Oh, you work with Carl, huh?
I am one of Carl's star producers. I do all the hockey usually.
Oh, Carl was the best man at our wedding. We love him. That was 2 years ago.
Don't date yourself. Yeah.
Well, no, I was getting nervous because I forgot.
Don't worry, I won't tell Jason. So if it's okay with you guys, we got a ton of great ideas out of that little brainstorming session. What I came up with is for the agenda for next meeting, I would like to invite the Berry Partnership. And if anybody else can think of anybody, Berry Social Club, I'd love to have Kat and Nick just come into Zoom, tell us their ideas so we can actually help foster those. Bernadette, do you have any other
Yeah, you notice I'm being quiet. I'm like that's why I work well with the kids. I'm sorry. You guys are all mad.
No, the big thing is I also want to make sure you're included in this, and I know it's one I talk too
am.
much.
I really honestly need it to go till 7:30 because I'm cleaning to try to stay alive. I love
So
you guys. But yeah, I'm here.
No, that's okay. Honestly, I think this was super productive,
I
and I
thought
think
it
we
went
can
well.
definitely, I think we can wrap up the brainstorming. Um, so I'd like to adjourn.
Need a motion for
Everybody,
that.
I would like to motion to adjourn.
Take motion.
Is there a motion to adjourn,
Take a
Bernadette?
motion
Okay.
to,
Or
is there a
Yes,
motion to adjourn?
I'll
and now you
motion
need a
that.
second.
Okay. And then I got next meeting date, time, and location.
Oh, you still need a second for that,
Oh, sorry.
for your
I'll
motion.
second that.
Okay.
Totally second it. And next meeting date and time, one of our members can't make it for December 10th. So do you want to try, I'm sorry,
December 10th, that's today.
You mean January.
all of our members,
Oh,
January
21st would be our next one.
January 21st.
January.
Would everybody be okay with January 21st for our next meeting?
I don't know yet. I think. Whoops. I hope I didn't lose you guys. No.
I could do that.
It's the third Wednesday of the month. That's your schedule, regular schedule.
Oops.
Second is our regular.
I think so. Yeah.
No, you're the third according to the website.
Really?
Okay.
It's the second Wednesday.
Well, we've been meeting the second Wednesdays.
I thought it said the second Wednesday too, but I could be wrong.
It's the third. The
Well, if it's
21st. Yeah.
great, January 21st then.
Sold.
Okay.
And
You guys are
Bernadette, let
getting
us,
tiny on my. I'm using my phone. It's like you guys are shrinking. I have a sense of humor at this hour. Anyway, save. Okay.
Does it need to be a Wednesday?
no. Well, if it's on the
I
if it's on the
prefer it,
calendar, yes.
honestly.
Because we want to make sure community involvement, and the big thing is we got to keep it consistent.
Second Wednesday. Correct.
Thank you, Joshua. Yes, as much as
Here's another
possible.
open meeting law situation is that if our meetings are supposed to be on the second of the month, the second Wednesday of the month, we then would have to warn it as the regular meeting unless it's a different day, and then it would have to be warned as a special meeting of the committee.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the second Wednesday, the 14th.
Second Wednesday, the
And
14th. With Rotaling, you can't make it to the 14th,
No,
correct?
so we won't have a quorum.
So we won't have a quorum, which means
Special.
Are we
meeting.
opposed to a special meeting on the 21st?
I
It's no
motion
different.
to
It's just a
vote
warning
on
different.
I motion to vote for a meeting on the 21st if everybody can make it.
okay, and
As a
that's
special agenda meeting.
and that's going to be okay. And then on the 10th, our little party thing, or the 10th or the 17th, we're going to still kind of. We'll get that. We
Yeah.
don't need a meeting.
I think the best thing we can do with that is make sure that we're all in touch.
Oh, right.
And I
Okay.
don't think we're violating any laws just as long as we're not all meeting together discussing things.
Right.
And we can also, if we can, Berrytown has their meetings the first Monday of every month. So maybe if anybody can make it to that, we can discuss more about the sledding party at their meeting.
Yeah. Okay. What time do what time's their meeting start?
I
At
think it's
6?
6 as well.
Okay. Okay.
And Josh, you won't need a motion to change the meeting as the chair. You
Okay.
have the authority to do that. You just need to let us know.
Okay.
And it has to be called, I believe, 2 days before the meeting.
Yes, which I need to get better at.
So I think what would happen right now is that we would cancel the regular meeting that's
Mhm.
going to be on the 14th. So we're email Roxanne and
Mhm.
let her know that we're going to cancel the meeting on the 14th, and we're going to hold a special meeting of the Parks and Rec Committee on the 21st.
Perfect.
And that will
So-
satisfy open meeting law.
Perfect. So I will email Roxanne this week to cancel. I will put an agenda together for the special meeting. And I will send it over to you guys, and I will get the 21st put in the books.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Great job tonight, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Michael. Thanks for being our special liaison.
Proud, very proud of us.
Okay,
Yep.
I think we can
Good.
we
We're
can
already
call it
adjourned.
good.
Have a good
Meeting
night.
adjourned.
Good job. Okay. Have a good night. Okay.
Have a good night, guys.
Yep. Thank you.